I know that we can heal. I know this because this is my experience. Hi, my name is Josette, and I reversed autoimmune disease without medication. Now, doctors have called me a medical miracle, but I'm here to give you the information on exactly what I did to reverse autoimmune disease. I know that we have the capacity to heal. And I also know that there's a lot of information that we are not given, that I uncovered in years of research. When I was first diagnosed with RA, the landscape, not only physical but emotional, was treacherous. When you are first diagnosed with chronic illness, it is bewilderment, disbelief, chaos, because you are being told that you are sentenced to a lifelong of pharmaceuticals, which have a long list of side effects. In that time for me, and after a while in darkness, I started to hear a whisper inside of myself that perhaps there was another way. Maybe there's another way. I think for me also, the stakes were higher, it felt like, for me than it was for the doctors. They were well-meaning. Everybody was very well-meaning, but it didn't feel like they had the stakes in my life, that they felt it as strongly as I did. And I think that that whisper became my North Star. Find another way. And so I did. I changed everything. I changed my lifestyle. I changed everything. You're going to find all that I did in this program. But I just want to tell you that it wasn't the end of my story. This wasn't the end, this diagnosis. It was the beginning. And I think that when we are given life-altering events that are so traumatic, it does change our story in a good way, ultimately. We are divine beings. I believe that we can live so much more beautiful, great lives, supporting each other, sharing knowledge, sharing our stories. I think it's crucial. I created this course because there were so many people that came to me and asked me what I did. I'm going to be honest with you. I never wanted to do this. I had healed a disease. I built a beautiful business. I had a great family. And every single time I came out and spoke about healing, there would always be the bullies saying, "You're a quack. You're nuts. You don't know what you're talking about." And I recognized that I'm going against the grain by sharing my story because I healed. But I want you to know that I don't think I'm extraordinary. In fact, I know I'm not extraordinary. I've met so many people that I've told them the protocol and they too have reversed. I know that we can heal. I just also know that perhaps some people aren't ready to hear it. And that's okay. But if you're one of those people that will have use of this information and this information will help you get better, then it's all worth it. I've built a framework for this course that is on the 4 pillars of health: the mind, the body, the spirit, and the emotion. The reason I did that is because while many of us want to say, let's talk about mold toxicity, let's talk about heavy metal poisoning, let's talk about systemic candida and leaky gut, yes, it's all in here. But one of the things I learned early on in my own healing is that we are a whole person. The mind, body, emotion, spirit, it's all intertwined. And just going after the physical is like having only one piece of the puzzle. You can't put the whole picture together. You have to have all of the other elements. So I built this course around those 4 pillars. And I think that it is a vulnerable and honest reflection of my own journey. And so you're going to get everything. You're going to get a lot. And I want you to know that ultimately healing isn't so much about just taking care of your physical symptoms, although I get it. Those of us with chronic illness who had it, that's what you really are focused on, right? Is getting the physical symptoms taken care of. But ultimately, you will meet yourself. You will meet the truth of who you are. And healing happens as a whole person. with all of the different dimensions of yourself integrated. It is an absolute privilege to share this information with you and to walk with you on this journey. You will have to walk this solo, but you're not alone. You are not alone. I am on the other side. I hope that you see me as a beacon of what is possible. You're not going to have the same journey as me. You will have your own. And it will be filled with dips and cracks and crevices and cliffs. Sometimes you feel like you will take 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. But I promise you, if you stay committed to the journey, the transformation along this journey is something that is so beautiful. Let's begin.